can start. You can start.
Please, can I have the next slide, please? Hello. Yeah. Can I have the next slide, please? Yes.
So it's on the next slide.
Maize has very diverse uses. You kindly put it on the full screen, Majid, because slide is coming up. It has manifold uses. One is for grain, one is for fodder, and then we'll be dividing this presentation into three parts. Yes, one will be on type for feed and fodder. One will be for fodder quality, and then the genetic improvement that is going on across the country in this aspect. We have also done some work on maize fodder, which we'll be showcasing. Can I have the next slide, please? Next. Yes, you can see maize. It has multiple uses. It is green fodder, QPM as quality protein, baby corn. In addition to baby corn, you can use it for green fodder, sweet corn, and green cob, plus dry fodder, which is about more. Next slide, please. It's okay. Keep it there. Can I have the next slide, please? Yeah. Now, fodder maize, what are the advantages? It is quick growing, high yielding, palatable, and nutritious, and it does not contain any anti-nutritional factor like you have HCN in case of sorghum. No sort of that trait is found in maize. And as you can see, the crude protein is highest in maize as compared to other fodder crops like bajra, sorghum, teosinte, sudanga, bajra, napier hybrid guinea. Plus the IVDMD is quite high, 52 to 68%, which is desirable in case of fodders. And the harvesting stages, as you can see, we can harvest it at the onset of flowering. We can harvest it at the onset of flowering for green fodder. And we can harvest it at physiological maturity for silage, because there we include the grain also on the cob. Next. Next slide, please. Yeah. Multi-protein maize is very important in terms of biofortification, which is nowadays a slogan. It has double lysine tryptophan content in normal maize. It's actually a mutant, having the O2-O2-LE, and its biological value is higher than normal maize. We have till now developed in the AICFN maize as well as state releases. 12 hybrids have been released, and SPAST has also released two varieties. One composite, Shalimar Maize Composite 5, and one hybrid, Shalimar QPMH1 in QPM background. Next. Yes, you can see the nutritional value of QPM as compared to normal maize. It's even higher than wheat and rice. And the expenditure index for equivalent protein yield, you can see how low per unit protein you will get with QPM as compared to cow, buffalo, goat, chicken, or eggs. It is the lowest energy expenditure. So that means the energy is readily available. And in terms of biological value, it's almost at par with milk. Next. Baby corn, another specialty maize, and grown across the country. Very quick growing, normally up to 55 to 60 days in under Kashmir conditions, 72 to 80 days. They are harvested as tender crops, normally 3 days after silking. So the green plant remains once we harvest baby corn. That can be itself used for fodder. We can use the tassel of baby corn hybrids for fodder. Almost the entire plant has fodder value. And there are some notable hybrids in the public sector like HM4, DMRH 1539, IMHB 1305, which have done very well in baby corn. Then there's BL baby corn, Almora baby corn, Bajora baby corn, so many in public sector. And there are some private sector hybrids also, particularly from Syngenta by the name of 541. Next. These are some of the nutritive value of baby corn and common vegetables. You can skip this slide and go to the next one. Baby corn has so many uses and so many products have been made, raw as well as salad, mixed veg, cheese pakoras, dishes. It's commonly used in case of pizzas as a topping. Next. These are some of the leading producers of baby corn. Thailand leads in terms of production as well as export. US is the biggest importer, followed by the United Kingdom, and India is at number 4 in terms of production. And we have had some notable contributions made, particularly in a village near Delhi, where Farm Field Fresh is the leading exporter of baby corn from Haryana. Next. Sweet corn, another value addition in maize, a specialty type of corn whose green cob is consumed at 20 to 25 days after pollination. Very popular in Kashmir. In addition to green cob, we can harvest the plants for green powder and normally get up to 250. This is again a 70-75 day crop. In Kashmir conditions, it is 90 days, 90 to 100. Outside state, it is 70-75. Next. Maize stout, tremendous source of nutrition again. We produce 50 to 60 million tons per year for livestock. It's a bulk food to animals, although less palatable, but we can always work on palatability. If you have stay grain trait in some hybrids, that adds value. Farmers often feed their animals exclusively on this stover. There can be multiple deficiencies, so it needs to be blended with some other fodder. You can always spray urea on one quality chaff stover and mix thoroughly. This is a source that has been done by a study from Indian Institute of Maize Research by Dr. Dharampal Chaudhary, 2012. And these are his findings. Next. These are chemical composition of untreated and urea treated maize stovers, and you can see urea treated maize organic matter. See crude protein, it has gone from 4.7 to 8. NDF has reduced, which is desirable. So is ADF, dry mass index. Digestible crude protein has increased, and total digestible nutrients have also increased. Again, Dr. Dharampal's study. Next. These are fodder quality comparisons in various maize types. Can I have the next slide, please? This is normal maize, baby corn, QPM, and sweet corn. Now, if you can see, in case of baby corn, fodder, the crude protein is quite high, as well as in silage for baby corn. Crude fiber is high, and so is in silage. But in case of sweet corn, the dry matter is very high in fodder as well as in silage. We have used normal maize hybrids, baby corn hybrids, QPM hybrids, sweet corn, and a fodder variety, J1006 from PA Ludhiana, very popular in medium maturity. But in terms of these traits, it's far behind. It's far behind. That's why baby corn and sweet corn can be used to supplement the fodder deficit of the country. Next. Digestibility and lignin, because when you are breeding for silage, you actually want less lignin and more digestibility. That's why in maize, you have something called as brown midrib mutants, which have this trait. And we are trying to breed for it with the genetic stocks from Indian Institute of Maize Research as well as IGFRI. And our center has entered into a collaboration with the AICRP Forage Center at Jaishankar Telangana University in Hyderabad. We are trying to have a collaboration so that we develop brown mutant stock that they have. We use it for our breeding group. We have not yet used it. We'll be using it for our future programming. Next. This is ADF and NDF. You can skip it. It's already in the table that I've shown. Now, what is the genetic improvement we are doing at the national level? Are we doing anything in maize? Let's see. Let's move ahead. Next slide. These are the 3 naturally released varieties in fodder. Our variety base is very low. African tall still used, release of 1983, J1006, 1992, and Pratap Makachari, 2009. From 2009, we have not been able to release any true fodder variety, though the Jaishankar University at Hyderabad has
I think sir got disconnected.
Hello? Yeah, hello? Hello?
You're audible. You're audible.
I'm audible. So you start from the same slide. Fodder maize cultivars, please.
Now it is audible, sir.
It is audible? Okay, fine. Thank you. There are some issues of connectivity. I'm sorry for that. Yes. These are the only three varieties in the national pool. Now, of late, we have developed the first early one in fodder maize, which is about to be released. University has already identified it for release. We are waiting for the state variety release committee meeting, which will happen anytime. Can I have the next slide, please? Yes, these are some of the baby corn cultivars. Again, HM4, as I mentioned. And then real baby corn, Coimbatore baby corn. Next. Next, please. Yes, these are newly identified. Vivek is from Almora, and it is showing a lot of promise as compared to the Czech HM4. Additionally, 60 to 120 quintals per hectare nutritious cob sheet it provides in addition to the green fodder. And you can see the green fodder in northern hill zone is 464 quintals per hectare, which is quite hard. It's an early hybrid, and we have used it in Kashmir also. Next. You can skip this slide, no issue. You can move forward. Maize intercropping alternative for fodder, pea, potato, root crops, and we get additionally 300 to 400 quintals of green fodder. This is a very important slide, and you can see how beneficial it is. And it's quick growing with no anti-nutritional factor. Next. Sweet corn, Mishti, Haryana sweet corn 1, Beer orange, Priya, Madhuri, these are all public sector hybrids. And you can see the green fodder yield on the right extreme column. In case of Mishti, it is 250 quintals per hectare, in addition to the baby sweet corn yield, which is around about 150 quintals. So green fodder goes up to 250. It's quite high. Next. These are, you can skip this slide. These are Advanta hybrids and their yields I have given. This is the national scenario. What we are doing at the IIMR, under which the ICRP maize comes. Can I have the next slide, please? These are some of the achievements. We actually used geosyntate to induce tillering in maize. And we have identified 9 land races. Land races are quite tall. In Kashmir also we have a collection which are very tall, although the stem is thin. We need multi-tiller traits. That's why Mexicana is used to introgress. And 20 F1 crosses, 27 BC2 F1s, 4 BC1 F1s. Jala. Jala is the longest cob maize from Mexico as well as tallest. There are some leafy mutants and brown midrib. As I said, brown midrib is a very important trait. It means actually low lignin and high digestibility. All this is being carried out at a national level. And we are partners in this program, as you can see in the next slide, please. This is the pre-breeding effort for biotic abiotic stresses, IIMR, IGFRI, IRI, and BPGR and AICR. We are partners in this. And we have the objectives of diversifying the germplasm through introgression of quality traits from wild species and donor lines, unlocking the genetic diversity for forage traits using doubled haploids, and of course, molecular characterization and nested association mapping. We are trying to identify genomic regions having importance in quality trait value. That is what is the idea. Still, we are in the initial phase, settling down in this program. We have a germplasm base of around about 300 lines, which we have shared with the AICRP partners in Hyderabad, Vedapuram, Mandia, IGFRI Jhansi, as well as NBPGR. So we have shared with these partners, and we have tested our accession, which is to be released in Gujarat, Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, Karnataka, and of course Andhra. So 5 places we have already tested, as well as Bihar. Next, please. Can I have the next slide, please? Hello? Next slide, please. Hello?
Correct. There's a delay.
No issue. I am here. Yeah, you have shown the next slide. This is an index of what we are doing with IIMR. This is a potential silage maize hybrid, 1410 from DMR, IIMR. And it is being tested by NDDB in its various programs. So we are partners also in this hybrid. Can I have the next slide, please? Yes, this is disease hotspots for AICRP. Larnu, as you can see, Patalsikam in Kashmir. Larnu is a high altitude place which is a disease hotspot. For TLB, for MLB, we are in Delhi, Karnal, Ludhiana, and Dholi. In case of forage, the partners use Ludhiana as common location, Palampur and Bhubaneswar. Ludhiana for TLB, I'm not so sure for forage. And in case of branded leaf and sheet blight, we use Dholakuma, which is a hotspot, Sabor, Karnal, Panagar, and Vedam. Next. Next, please. Next slide. This is Shalimar fodder maize 1, which is to be released. So this is a cross between GM6 from Gujarat and C8 from our own genetic stock. It's a white entry and it has been identified for release by the university already. Next. Next, please. Yes, these are some of the features of the entry. And the biggest feature is its flowering. It is 35 days early than African tall, quick growing, high yielding. We harvest around about 450 quintals of fodder. Plus, it gives us higher crude protein. It gives us more IBDMD, less ADF, and less NDF, which are desirable traits. These are AICRP data from the 4H program. But the biggest advantage is 35 days earlier than African tall and yield statistically at par. Next. This is the forage material expression at Pedapuram, our germplasm, which is being maintained by our colleague, Dr. Sudhir. And you can see the wonderful expression of forage lines there. Next. Next slide. Can I have the next slide, please?
There's a bit of delay.
Okay, I wait. This is our entry in Dharwad. Our colleague, Dr. Harlapur, has been kind enough to put it there. Here it gave more than 400 quintal yield. You can see in the next picture. Yeah. Can I have the next picture, please? Next. Next, please. This is our fodder maize in Godhra, our club, because GM6 is from Godhra. So it's an inter-institutional entry, international population cross. Next. Again, Godhra. You can move on. This is at Indore, and you can see the height that it has attained. Wonderful expression at Indore. Our colleague, Dr. Gopal, has maintained this trial there at Farmer's Field. As you can see, another entry, which is Telangana State fodder maize, released already. Can I have the next slide? Can I have the next slide, please? Yes, you can see. Next. These are some of the features. It's released over a national check African tall, developed with mass selection. Its green fodder yield is 445 at par with Shalimar fodder, and its crude protein is at par with our entry. Its plant height is at par. Seed yield is less than our entry. The seed is white and dentate. Next. This is the quality. Single cut, 50% silking. Next, this is actually for green fodder, not for silage. These are the seeds of the entry. Next. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Any questions, any queries, most welcome. Hello? Hello?
If you have any questions for sir regarding the topic, please ask.
Yeah, please. I'll.
Anybody having any query?
Any question, please?
Good afternoon, Dr. Sir. Hello.
Please go ahead.
Good afternoon, sir.
I think sir got disconnected.
Hello.
Dr. Zoor, are you there?
Okay.
Hello? Dr. Zoor, yeah.
Yeah, please, I'm hearing you.
Dr. Nisar has a question.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, Dr. Nizar. How are you?
Thank you very much for this wonderful presentation.
Thank
In
you.
fact, we call you as a maize man of Kashmir, not only Kashmir, but of North India.
Thank you.
Sir, which variety of maize do you regard as the best fodder crop under our conditions for the livestock over here?
See, we have been using African tall since last 40 years. It has grown too old. Its potential has gone down. So even I may sound a bit exaggerating, but our variety, which is going to be released now very shortly, inshallah, is going to be a game changer in fodder scenario in Kashmir for maize. I have that much confidence on that because it has been tested extensively across India, quality-wise, yield-wise, disease-wise, you name it. We are now testing it for silage also with NDDB as a partner. So inshallah, I'm very hopeful that once it is released, it's going to be quite a breakthrough. And you can ask people who have used it. You can ask people at KVK Kupwara.
Yes.
You can ask Dr. Javed at KVK Gandarbar. You can ask our colleagues from veterinary sciences. They have a project of DBT in which this variety has been put as an intervention. And of course, colleagues outside state, they have been very praiseful of the variety's potential. I'm quite hopeful that inshallah, once it gets released, it will be a game changer.
So you have conducted, sir, I mean to say you have conducted the multi-locational trials.
Everything has been done. It is just
So
to be
it must
released.
be having
Everything has been done.
It must be having its impact on the milk yield also.
Yeah, it is because its IV DMD is high and its ADF NDF are on the lower side, which is ideal. Its stem is not that much thick. Now that is a very important trait in fodder because otherwise you need a chaff cutter. Its stem we have bred not to be so thick and not to be so thin that it will fall off. So it's in between the stem girth, and that is a very important trait. So normally I have shared some of the pictures with you also of its potential in our station as well as Manasba. It has touched 12 feet plus under farmers' fields as well as our stations, more than 12 feet.
Sir, one more submission is there. What is the scope of this maize being used as an intercrop so as to make the best use of the space?
Yes, you can. People have been trying pulses over a period of time, and particularly if you have pole type beans, that's a very good addition. That's a very good addition for maize. Pole type beans is very good. In Kashmir, I think we follow it.
But what about this? Should I call it a myth or something else that it is an exhaustive crop?
Yeah, it is. But then wherever it is, if maize is grown for grain, definitely exhaustive. But if maize is grown as forage, you are cutting the life cycle by 1/2. Then it won't be that much draining. If you are using it for grain, definitely yes. But if you are using for forage, you are cutting it down by 80 days, the maize vacates. We are in fact trying for KDFM1, 2 crops. Next year, we'll try for 2 crops. We'll start sowing in April mid, and then we'll try to sow it again by July ending. There may be a compromise in terms of the green fodder recovery, but then if we get 2 crops, even if it is 1.75, it will be a very good addition because Kashmir Valley is 50% deficient in fresh forage, and we are targeting green fodder.
Okay, sir. I grab this opportunity to extend my best wishes to you on this.
Thank you. We need support. Our group needs support from friends like you. Wonderful, wonderful.
It is basically a Teachers' Day. I congratulate and I wish all the
Thank you, sir.
teachers all over the globe for this day, and especially you,
Same
because
here.
you have been our best teacher. Happy
Same
Teachers' Day.
here.
sir.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Any other question? Most welcome from participants,
Any other question, please?
please.
Sir, good afternoon, sir. This is Ramakrishna from Hyderabad, sir. I'm working
From
in the
Hyderabad,
veterinary
which
agronomy.
institute? Which institute?
Sir, PV Narasimha Rao Veterinary, Telangana Veterinary.
It is just near to our Jaishankar Telangana University, if I remember.
Yes, sir. It is adjacent. It is
Yeah,
integral
it
part
is
of. Earlier it
adjacent.
was-
It is adjacent with the white gate. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah. Yeah. So, sir, my basic doubt is from past 40 years, the African tall, the variety African tall, it is ruling the forage maize
True.
sector. So, no one, I mean, no other variety, they are not dominated this African tall. What is the miracle inside the African tall? That is one question.
It used to be so. It used
Yes,
to be
sir.
so, but not now.
Okay.
Your own Jaishankar Telangana University variety, Telangana State Fodder Maize has beaten African tall. Our KD FM1 has shown superiority over it, both in terms of the green fodder recovery per day, as well as the quality attributes. I showed you the slides from the ICRP data. African tall has been a wonderful variety, but we can't continue with it forever.
Yes, sir. The private, private people, private forage
Private
and
private people are doing hybrids which have good biomass, but their stems are so thick.
yes, sir. That
Particularly
is
in
the problem.
Hyderabad and adjoining Karimnagar and Mahbubnagar, and if you go to the coastal part of it, like Eluru, Pedapuram,
Yes, sir.
the hybrids are actually bred for grain. They are not bred for foliage.
The Advanta people, Pioneer, and these Foragen people, they are doing some excellent work. But
I will
the
tell
thing
you
is
what they
that,
do. Now they are not into green forage. They are into silage, because
Yeah, they are
silage
in silage.
actually involves cobs.
yeah,
So wherever you have cobs as an objective, that means grain as an objective, you can use those hybrids for silage, because silage is harvested at 90% moisture, green forage is harvested at 50% acid. That's the difference.
okay, sir. Okay. Oh, okay, sir. Thank you, sir. And one more
Thank
submission. When is the variety which is released from your institute?
We are just waiting for this state variety, even if it is virtual mode. Actually, Doctor, because of COVID, this has stopped. We
Okay,
are
sir.
just waiting. Once we release it, you will come to know. I'll get you informed. No issue.
Yes, sir. Please inform us and send some.
And then one thing I will tell you. If you go to our Winter Nursery Maize Center in Hyderabad, which is in Rajendra Nagar itself, you know.
Yes, sir.
Dr.
Rajendra under PJTSU.
Yeah. So you can see this variety. It's there with Dr. Yatish. You can give my reference and just see.
Okay. Who is the concerned person, sir? Dr. Mallareddy?
Dr. Yatish. Dr. Yatish.
Yatish. Okay.
Yeah, you can meet Yatish. He's my friend. He will show you the variety this time. It will be, I think, up to knee height or more than that, because they planted late. Once it comes into flowering, please go and see for yourself.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Ramkrishna. Thank you very much.
Sir, is there, sir, hello.
Yeah, please.
Just like a quality maize, QPM, quality maize is there, sir, in grain varieties.
Grain maize, yes.
Grain maize in quality, QPM one variety is there. Quality, high quality maize is something is like it is contain more.
HQPM1 is Haryana quality protein maize one developed by Dr. Saindas.
Yes, sir. Like that, any kind of forage maize is like that, sir.
We are trying to improve forage because quality in grain and quality in forage are two different attributes. We are trying to have quality in terms of NDF, LDF, digestibility, IVDMD, protein, as well as dry matter. Here the quality may differ. It won't be the QPM part because that has to be in the grain. But in terms of forage, palatability is another issue. Very important issue. Very important issue. Low lignin is another issue. Can you hear me?
Okay, sir. Okay. Okay, sir. Yeah, listening, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Any other question, please?
Any other question? Hello? Hello?
Hello? Any other question, please?
Yeah.
I think there are no further questions, sir. On behalf of the participants, NACL and IGFRI, I would like to extend our gratitude and thanks to you, sir, for being with us and sharing such a lovely presentation with us. Thank you very much, sir. And we want to hear more from you on further endeavors. Thank you.
Thank you, Ajit. My pleasure. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you. Thank you.
Participants can leave now.